So how do you apply extreme chromatics to the pentatonic scale? It really is so well suited for it because the pentatonic scale is basically an arpeggio, a 5-note arpeggio. So if you have an A minor pentatonic, you have the root note of A minor, you have the minor third, you have the 4th or the 11th, and then you have the 5th. So, and then you have the 7th and the root note again. So you could say that the pentatonic scale is an A minor 7th with the added 11th. Right? So, but what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to do something to the minor third intervals in the pentatonics, and I'm going to do something to the whole tone intervals. And you can then play up and down all of your scales when it comes to pentatonics using these simple sequences and get some pretty interesting runs. So what you can do is, first of all, you can tie the notes together, right? So let's go close up here. I'm in the key of A, and I'm using 4th tuning, so I have a C and an F string up here. That means that I have perfect 4ths all the way down. Right? But I'm just going to show you what I would do if I were using standard tuning, because it's just a matter of a fret. This is standard tuning, this is 4th tuning, or tuning in 4th, perfect 4th. So I have my pentatonic scale right there, so I go from the on the top string from the 4th to the 7th, and you know exactly how that looks in standard tuning. It's the 4th and 7th on the 2 top strings. In 4th tuning, it's just 1 fret down. But what I'm going to do with a minor third, just for the sake of playing a run, is that I'm going to go. So I start on the low string or the low note, hammer onto the top, and pull off again, and then go all the way up chromatically to the top string or top note and back again. Right? Then when I get to the next string, I'm just going to start on the top note and go. And then what I end up with, if I go back and forth between the two, right? And of course I can just go up and down. And I can go down my pentatonic scale, 7 and 5 on the 2 middle strings, and also on the A string, and then 8 and 5 on the low here. So, but let's just do something else than that. So we go, and then on the G string, I'm going to go. So I'm going to go. I take the 7th fret, pull off down to the 6th, pull off down to 5, and then go to the next string in the 7th fret, but then return back to it and go. So I pick the note in the 5th fret on the G string and hammer on to 6th, and then I go right down here. From this note, I do the same thing. Right, so I go. So it sounds like this, slowly. I can just play the 2 notes of the pentatonic scale down, or I can go. Right, or. Right, so. Also, when I go in between strings, I can just, when I make that string shift happen, I can just turn around. So instead of just going down to the next string, I'm just going to return to the string I came from with 1 note and then back again. Right? So once you have a little movement, now I'm just going down the scale, but every time I shift, just tying the chromatic notes in between the pentatonic notes, but every time I shift strings, I'm just going to go. Right, so that's a. And then along with the others, I start, I can really make some changes here, some variation. A final little variation is that I can go, right? So I can go whenever I'm going. It's easier on the whole tone interval, so I go. Right. And I can also use a bar, so I go. So the first. The second was. And the third here was. I'm just going to do the same thing up here. Let's just play it from here. So a lot of descending ideas here that you can use in any shape with any combination of strings, because all you have in the pentatonic scale is the minor thirds and whole tone intervals. See you in the next video.